प्रेमानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।
जय।
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामा कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय।
जय।
मथुरापुरी वृंदावन धाम की जय।
जय।
गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय।
जय।
तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की जय। श्याम
जय।
वेद भक्त वृंद की जय।
जय।
गौर प्रेमानंदे।
हरि हरि
हरि
बोल।
बोल।
All glories to assembled devotees.
हरे कृष्ण।
All glories to assembled devotees.
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण।
कृष्ण।
All glories to assembled devotees.
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण।
All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
और हरि बोल।
So today we are reading Canto 3, Chapter 5 and text number 50. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Text number 50. Natannaha suranam asisanvayanam kutastha adhyah purushah purana tvam deva shaktyam gunakarma yono retastva jayam kavim adadejah नत्वं सुराणाम् असि सान्वयानां कूटस्थ आद्यः पुरुषः पुराणः त्वं देव शक्त्यां गुणकर्मयोनो रेतस्त्वजायां कविम् आदधेजः त्वं नः सुराणाम् असि सान्वयानां कूटस्थ आद्यः पुरुषः पुराणः त्वं देव शक्त्यां गुणकर्मयोनो रेतस्त्वजायां कविम् आदधेजः. Please recite.
त्वं नासुराणाम् असिसान्यवायानां कुतस्त आद्या पुरुषः पुराणा त्वं देव सत्यां गुणकर्मयोनौ रेतास्त्व अजयां कविम् अधाते च. हरे कृष्ण.
त्वं नासुराणाम् असिसान्वयानां कूटस्थ आद्यः पुरुषः पुराणः त्वं देवशक्त्यां गुणकर्मयोनौ रेतस्त्वजायां कविमादधेजा. हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण।
त्वं नासुराणाम् असिसान्वयानां कूटस्था आद्यः पुरुषः पुराणः त्वं देव शक्त्यां गुणकर्मयोनौ रेतस्त्व अजायां कविम् आदते अजः. हरे कृष्ण. थैंक यू.
हरे कृष्ण। Okay, decide that. त्वं नासुराणाम् असिसान्वयानां कूटस्थ आद्या पुरुषः पुराणा त्वं देवशक्त्यां गुणकर्मयोनौ रेतस्त्व अजायां कविम् आदधेज. Synonyms. Tvam, your lordship, na, of us, Suranam, of the demigods, Asi, you are, Sa Anvayanam, with different gradations, Kutastha, one who is unchanged, Adya, without any superior, Purusha, the founder person, Purana, the oldest, who has no other founder. Tvam, you, Deva, O Lord, Shakyatam, unto the energy, Gunakarma Yonyav, unto the cause of the material modes and activities. Reta, semen of birth. Tu, indeed, Ajayam, for begetting. Kavim, the total living entities. Adade, initiated. Aja, one who is unborn. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanand Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. You are the original personal founder of all demigods and the orders of different gradations. Yet, you are the oldest and are unchanged. O Lord, you have no source or superior. You have impregnated the external energy with the semen of total living entities, yet you are unborn. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Lord, the original person, is the father of all other living entities. Beginning from Brahma, the personality from whom all other living entities in different gradations of species are generated. Yet, the Supreme Father has no other father. Every one of the living entities of all grades up to the Brahma, the original creature of the universe, is begotten by a father. But he, the Lord, has no father. When he descends to the material plane, out of his causeless mercy, he accepts one of his great devotees as his father to keep pace with the rules of the material world. But since he is the Lord, he is always independent in choosing who will become his father. For example, the Lord came out of a pillar in his incarnation as Narasimhadev, and by Lord's causeless mercy, Ahilya came out of a stone by the touch of the lotus feet of his incarnation as Lord Sri Ram. He is also the companion of every living entity as a supersoul, but he is unchanged. The living entity changes his body in the material world, but even when the Lord is in the material world, he is ever unchanged. That is his prerogative. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 14.3, the Lord impregnates the external and material energy, and thus total living entities later come out in different gradations, beginning from Brahma, first demigod, down to the insignificant ant. All gradations of living entities are manifested by Brahma and the external energy, but the Lord is the original father of everyone. The relationship of every living being with the Supreme Lord is certainly one of son and father, and not one of equality. Sometimes in love, the son is more than the father, but relationship of father and son is one of the superior and the subordinate. Every living entity, however great he may be, even up to the demigod like Brahma and Indra, is an eternally subordinate servitor of the Supreme Father. The Mahatattva principle is the generating source of all modes of material nature, and the living entity takes birth in the material world in bodies supplied by Mother material nature in terms of their previous work. The body is a gift of material nature, but the soul is originally part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरदस्य ज्ञानंजना शलाकया चक्षुर्मितां येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदिकं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवं श्री रूपम सागर जातम सहगण रघुनाथान्वितम तम सजीव साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितम नमा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन्ति नामने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचरणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशताणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गुरुत्व पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्त रूप स्वरूपम Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktigam Vancha Kalpataruvascha Kripa Sindhuve Vacha Paritana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गंगा शिवासादि गौर भक्ति। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। श्रवतां सकथा कृष्ण पुण्य श्रवण कीर्तन हृदयन्ते सुभद्राणि विदनोति सुरसतां नष्टप्रायेषु बुद्धेषु नित्यं भागवते भगवति उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टकी। हरे कृष्ण। नातं त्वं नासुराणाम् असिसान्वयानां कूटस्थ आद्यः पुरुषः पुराणा त्वं देव शक्यतां गुण कर्म योनः रेतस्त्वजायां कविम् आदधेजा। You are the original personal founder of all the demigods and orders of different gradation, yet you are the oldest and are unchanged. O Lord, you have no source or superior. You have impregnated the external energy with the semen of the total living entities, yet you are unborn. Hare Krishna. So this is almost the end of this chapter. There's one more verse left in the chapter number 5. This is third canto. So here all the demigods, they are praying to Supreme Lord, and they are saying that you are the original founder of all the demigods and orders of different gradations. In Vedic system, in the Vedic literature, it is generally perceived as that Lord Brahma is the creator, and Lord Vishnu is a maintainer, and Lord Shiva is a destroyer. These three personalities maintain the material world. But here, all these demigods, they are praying that Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is the original father or the original founder of all the demigods. He's the root of everything. As Lord Brahma also prays in Brahma Samhita, Ishvara, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakaran Karanam. Of Ishvara Parama Krishna. The Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchidananda Vigraha, and he has a transcendental body. And he is the source of all sources, and he is the cause of all causes. So here, these demigods, they are also praying to Krishna that you are the original, that you are the original father, or you are the original founder of all the demigods and all the different gradations that are even produced by Lord Brahma. But he's saying that you are the oldest and are unchanged. Means Krishna is the first, or Krishna is the source of everything, and he is unchanged. As we see, like in Sri Ishopanishad, in an invocation mantra, it's mentioned that Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vishishyate. The Supreme Lord or the Supreme Absolute Truth is perfect and complete. And there are so many emanations comes out from the Lord, but still the Lord is perfect and complete. So we see this material world is nothing but the external energy of Krishna, and this world is created, maintained, and destroyed by Krishna. But Krishna always remains unchanged, even though this material world creates many times. It's not just one time; it is constantly going on this process. But Krishna, in his spiritual abode, is always remain unchanged. So that's the one part here they are mentioning, and he's the oldest. He's the Puranam. He's the Puranam. There is a verse in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna is saying, in the chapter 8, there Krishna mentioned about himself is saying that Kavi Puranam Anushashitaram Anor Aniyam Anusmaredaya Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Vranam Tamasaha Parastat. So there Krishna is mentioning that one should meditate, like where Krishna is explaining about how because Arjuna asked the question to Krishna that how one can remember you at the time of leaving this body. So at that time Krishna explaining that one can meditate on the Supreme Person as one who knows everything. This Kavi Puranam Anushashitaram. So Krishna, he knows everything and he is the oldest. Puranam there means oldest. Oldest. We are also Puranam actually. We are also from the very beginning. It's not that we were not there, but Krishna is the oldest and we are also there. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in second chapter, Na jayate mrateva kadachin nayam bhutva bhavitan bhuya ajo nitya shashvato purano na hanyate hanye mane sharire. There, Krishna is saying the living entity is also Purana. Purana means the old, from the very beginning, means there is no history, you can trace it out when we were there. But we are also there. So here, the same word is used, Krishna is like he is the oldest. Kavi Puranam Anushashitaram. He is the knower of everything and he is the oldest. He is the oldest. And here in this today's verse, the demigod, they are saying that we are praying to you. You are the oldest. Means everything came from Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 10, Krishna says that that sarvasya cham hardi sannivishto matta smrtir jnanam. Sorry, no, that was like 15th chapter. Am sarvasya prabho mata sarvam pravatate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. That I am the source of all emanations, whether in the material world or the spiritual world. All the things what we see in the material world and whatever is there in the spiritual world, Krishna is the source of everything. The spiritual world is a manifestation of Krishna's superior energy, which or the internal energy of Krishna, and material world is a manifestation of Krishna's material energy. And both the energies are working under the direct control of Krishna. Maya dakshina prakrati suyate sacharacharam hetu nane konte jagat viparivartate. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that this material energy is nothing but my external energy and it's working under direct control of me. Under direct control of Krishna. Whatever Krishna says, that material energy works. Material energy is nothing but it's just a shadow energy. Sthiti Pralaya in Brahma Samhita also Lord Brahma prays that Srishti Sthiti Pralashadan Shakti Rekha Chayeva Yasya Bhuvnani Vibharti Durga Ichchan Rupam Apyasya Cheshtatesa Govinda Madhipusam Tamamajami. So this material energy, we see that it's created, maintained, and then destroyed. It's just one energy which does this creation, maintenance, destruction, and it's all done under the direction of Krishna. Whatever Krishna says, that material energy works like this. So here they are praying that you are the oldest and you are the unchanged, and you have no source or superior. And Srila Vedvyas Muni, in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam and in Vedanta Sutra, he says that Janamadyasya, the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the Gayatri Mantra, and that's mentioned that Janamadyasya Anuvayad Itatas Charteshva Bhigya Sura Tene Brahma Hardaya Adi Kavi Moyanti At Surya Tejo Vari Mardam Yatha Vinmyatra Tesargumasha Dhamna Svena Sada Nihasta Kukam Satyam Param Dhimahi. Krishna is absolute truth. Where Vedvyas Muni praying to Krishna and offering obeisances that Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are Param Satya, you are the absolute truth. And everything comes from you. Janamadi Asyata. Everything, whatever we see, it's actually coming from the Krishna. And Krishna, but Krishna has no source. Krishna is the last verse in the transcendence. There is nobody superior to Krishna. Krishna is the last verse, last word in the transcendence. There is no source of Krishna. So in Bhagavad Gita, very interestingly, Krishna says that Pitamasya Jagato Mata Dhata Pitama. In ninth chapter, Krishna is saying that I am the father of all living entity. As Prabhupada mentioned here in the purport, the verse 14.3, that where Krishna is explaining that he is the father of all living entity. Because in 14.3, what Krishna is explaining, that He is the father of Mam Yonir Mahad Brahma, Tasmin Garvam Dadamiham, Sambhavasar Bhutanam, Tado Bhavati Bharata. So in that 14.3, Krishna is explaining that this Mahad Yoni, this material energy is the Yoni. Yoni means it is the womb. And then it's Krishna who impregnate this mother nature, or like with all the living entity. The semen of Krishna is basically, or Lord is actually carrying all the living entities along with their previous activities, and they got impregnated into the womb of of the material nature, and then because of that all this living entity created here in this material world. So it's Krishna is the father. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Pitahamasya, I am the father of all living entity. Okay, so somebody can say, yes, Krishna, you are the father. So what about the mother? Like mother is material nature, mother might be different, but Krishna says that Pitahamasya Jagato Mata Dhata Pitam. I am the mother of all living entity also. The mother is also non-different. Material energy is not different to Krishna. Krishna is material energy is nothing but the external energy of Krishna. So Pitamasya Jagato Mata Dhata Pitama. So Krishna is the mother, Krishna is the father. So what about the caretaker? Sometimes it happens that a father and mother produce a child, and then somebody else take care. So they say maybe like you are the mother and father, but somebody else might be taking care of us, But Krishna said, no, Dhata, I am the caretaker also. Well, okay, that's fine. So what about grandfather? You must have some other father also. But Krishna said, no, Pitahama, I am also the grandfather also. So here Krishna is not leaving any opportunity for anyone to basically even say that there is somebody else other than Krishna. Pitamasya Jagato Mata Dhata Pitamaha. I am the father, I am the mother, I am the caretaker, and I am the grandfather also. Generally, we say that that somebody might be there for somebody might be father of God, Krishna, but Krishna said, no, I am the father, I am the grandfather also. There is nobody beyond me. I am the last word. So here, like in the purport, let's read the purport. Srila Prabhupada gives very nice purport. So we'll go to the like some of the important point here, which I discuss, and then few more point will come. Here, Krishna Srila said that the Lord, the origin person, is the father of all living entities. As we see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in various places we discussed, beginning from Brahma. So Brahma is the first living entity who appeared from the lotus coming out from the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And all the living entities in the material world have father, right? Have father. But Krishna is the one person who have no father. The personality from whom all living entity in different gradations are species generated. So Brahma is the first living entity, and from Brahma, all these 8,400,000 species of life, whatever the different living entities are which are generated, they are coming from Brahma. Yet, but here, like say, yet the Supreme Father, Krishna, has no other father. So everything, even Brahma coming from Krishna, but Krishna has no father here. So he is here, Prabhupada says that yet the Supreme Father has no father. Every one of the living entities of all grades up to Brahma, the original creature of the living of the universe, is begotten by Father. But he, the Lord, has no father. So that's what we discussed. When he descend to material plane out of his causeless mercy, except one of his great devotees, Father, to keep pace with the rules of the material world. So somebody can question that. We have seen Lord Ram is taking birth, Dasarath and Kausalya, they are parents. Dasarath Maharaj is the father, Kausalya is the mother. Then we see Krishna took birth, and Devaki is the mother, and Vasudeva is the father. Then we see Lord Vamandev, Kashyap and Aditi are the parents. So like that, when Krishna comes, he takes father. He takes father, and how can you say that Krishna has no father? Here, Prabhupada explained, when he descends, when he takes incarnation, when he comes to the material world, to the material plane, he follow the rules, because Krishna, when he appears here, he enacts pastimes as a human being. So in order to enact pastime as a human being, he follow the rules in the human society. So he accepts, he sends one of his devotee as his father, and he decides who will be the father. So when we came to this material world, None of us decided who will my father, who will my mother, who will my grandfather, who will my grandmother. No, we don't decide. We are forced to take birth, and we are forced to take in birth in a family, and for many years when we are child, we don't even know who is our father. Our mother say, oh, this is your papa, this is your mama, this is your father, this is your mother. At that time, a child doesn't even know what is the meaning of father and what is the meaning of mother. So we don't even know at that time, but we are forced to take birth here without even knowing who is our mother and father, right? But Krishna's appearance here in the material world is not like us. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam emam vyati tattvata tyaktva deham purnajam neti mamiti sarjan. So when Krishna appears in the material world, he does not appear like us. We took birth because of our law because we are under the law of karma, under the law of the nature. We are forced to take birth because of this material nature. We have to take birth here, and we accept a body which is different from our nature. We are Satchidanand, we are spirit soul, but a body is made up of material energy, which is different. But in case of Krishna, when he comes, he does not has to accept the body like us, that the body we have. Krishna's body is transcendental. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. So when Krishna comes, when Lord Ram comes, Lord Vaman Dev comes, Lord Nrsimha Dev comes, Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, in any form, when Krishna comes, he does not need, he never takes material body. He appears in his own transcendental body. Swamaya is his own body. It's not that he has to accept the body given by material energy. That is not. Material energy rather is servant. Material energy is dasi. It's not that material energy will give the body to Krishna. So Krishna comes in his own body, and he accepts the one of the devotee as his father, like Vasudev. He accepts Vasudev. Vasudev is the eternal father of Krishna in the spiritual world. So he accepts like Vasudev as father in the material world. But before Krishna comes, Vasudev comes. So he accepts him as father. But in reality, Krishna has no father. One of the devotees just play the role of a father in a Vasalya Bhav. Yeah, Prabhupada say that but since he is a Lord, he's always independent in choosing who will be his father. So Krishna can choose who is want to become his who will become his father when he's going to appear in the material world. Yeah, Prabhupada say that, for example, the Lord came out of pillar in his incarnation Nrsimha. So Lord can appear from anywhere. He don't need a father actually. He don't need a father. Even like in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, it's mentioned that when Lord Krishna was about to appear, he does not appear like an ordinary child. First, Krishna came in the mind of Vasudev, and from the mind of Vasudev, he got transferred into the mind of Devaki. And from the mind of Devaki, he actually entered the womb of Devaki. It's not the way the other, like the ordinary living entity take birth. It's not through the transfer of semen from the body of male to the female. It's Krishna actually came directly from the mind of Vasudev to the mind of Devaki and then into the womb of Devaki. So the process is different. And when Krishna appeared into the prison house of Kamsa, he was not appeared as like an ordinary child. He appeared with like a transcendental child. Means he has like all these like helmet and earrings and things and all. He was like forearm and Vasudeva and Devaki, they were shocked to see this child was so beautiful child with all these beautiful like ornaments and all. And then like Lord took the forearm form, and he explained that you are my in previous birth did great tapasya to get me as a child, and that's why I become your child in three past times, 3 lifetimes. And then he explains that now but then Vasudeva Devaki, they were scared because they thought that like Kamsa will come and kill our child if he came to know that he is the Lord. So they asked him to become a normal child, and then they got like Lord transferred to the house of Nanda Maharaj. So that they say that Krishna can actually come from anywhere. Lord Nrsimha Dev appeared from a pillar. When Hiranyakashipu challenged Prahlad Maharaj, how can we if you are seeing the Lord everywhere, his Lord is there in the pillar. And Prahlad Maharaj saw there, the Lord was already appeared there. And he said, yeah, I see my Lord is there. And just to prove the word of Prahlad Maharaj, he appeared from the pillar. So he appeared out of pillar. So he don't need a mother and father, but he accepts one of his devotee as father to play the pastime. And by Lord's causeless mercy, Ahilya came out of his stone by the touch of the lotus feet in his incarnation, Lord Ram. And we see this famous pastime from Ramayana. You know, when and Ahilya was cursed by Gautam Rishi Gautam, to become a stone. And then Lord Ram came and he touched the by his touch, that stone become like she got free from the curse of Gautam Rishi and become again come back as Ahilya. So this is another thing, that Lord is, even he's coming as in the form of a human being, he is still the Lord. So he is also the companion of every living entity, super soul. But he's unchanged. So even in in Bhagavad Krishna says that I am sitting in the heart of all living entity. Sarvasya chahamardi sunnivishtam matta smrti jnanam aponam cha. Ishvara sarvbhutanam hardeshi arjuna tishtati brahman sarvbhutani yantra arvani maya. In 1861, Krishna said that I am sitting in the heart of all living entity. So Krishna expands himself into the in the heart of all living entity as a super soul, but still he is unchanged. You know, as I say, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avshishate. So Krishna is still unchanged. Everything comes out of Krishna. Krishna takes so many expansions, but Krishna remains unchanged. That's the main thing. The living entity changes his body in material world, but even the Lord in the material world, is ever unchanged. This is progressive. So, as he says, Krishna takes birth or Krishna comes in the material world, but he does not change body. He remain as is. He just changed the form. You might see that Krishna is coming as a Varaha avatar or a Narsimha avatar or a Kurma avatar, but he is Krishna's own body. Krishna's body is not made up of this earth, fire, air, ether, water. Bhumi, Rapanulo, Vayu, Khamana, Buddhi, Revacha, Ahankaritime, Binna, Patkirashtada. This eightfold separate material energy, Krishna has like Krishna does not accept any of this. This eightfold material energy is for us. We actually accept the gross body and subtle body, but Krishna's body is all transcendental, such as an Vigraha. Next, Prabhupada says that as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 14.3, Lord impregnates the external or the material energy. Thus, the total living entity later come out in different gradations, beginning from Brahma, the first demigod, down to insignificant ant. So here, all these living entities are coming out in the material world in the process of creation. It's actually given by Krishna. Krishna impregnate all the living entity along with their activities into the womb of this material nature. All gradations of living entities are manifested by Brahma. So because, as I say, once Krishna give all the living entities, then Brahma actually create different bodies. Like 8,400,000 species of life he created, and then all the souls, all the living entities are coming from Krishna, and then Brahma actually create the body, and they got created. And the external energy, but the Lord is the original father of every. He is the father of every living entity because he is giving the seed. Aham bija pradapitaha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 14.44 that aham bija prada. All the seed came from Krishna. But the bodies are basically created in the material nature by the ingredients given by Krishna, and the living entity is actually coming from Krishna. So the relationship of every living being with Supreme Lord is certainly one of Son and the Father, not one of equality. So in reality, we are all part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mame Vamsho Jivaloke Jibhuta Sanatana. You are my part and parcel. And we are separated part and parcel of Krishna. So our relationship with Krishna is Supreme Father. We are his son. So Krishna is father, we are the son. So this it's not that we will become equal to Krishna or we will become Lord. It's not like that. We will always remain servant, and we are always son, and Krishna is always father. Someone in love, the son is more than the father, but relationship of father and son is one of the superior and the subordinate. So in love, it's a different thing, but the relationship will always remain as is. So that's why eternally we are all servant. Jivere Sarup Krishna Nityadas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that. Our eternal position is that we are all servant of Krishna. Krishna is our supreme father. We are the eternal son of Krishna. Every living entity, however great he may be, even up to the Brahma or demigod, like Brahma or Indra, is an eternally subordinate servant of Supreme Father. This is what I say, like, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that, Jivare Sarupur Krishna Nityadas. The Mahat Tattva principle is the generating source of all modes of material nature, and the living entity takes birth in the material world in bodies supplied by the mother, material nature, in terms of their previous work. So we get body from material nature, as we as a living entity get a body from mother, but the seed come from father, from the Krishna. But again, this material nature is nothing but it's Krishna's energy. So in reality, Krishna is the mother, Krishna is the father, Krishna is the caretaker, and Krishna is the grandfather. There is nobody other than Krishna. So everything come from Krishna. Krishna is the eternal father of all living entity. So the body is a gift of material nature, but the soul is originally part and parcel of Krishna. So this is the point here, that Krishna is the Supreme Father of all the living entity. All right, let me stop here and see if anyone have any comment or question on this.
There is Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
There is no comment or there is no question about this, because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the Father of all.
Right.
So the period, there is nothing to say anything in this chapter. And the way you are saying, he is a Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate. He is the Purna. Whole, he is everywhere he is there. And then that Sachidananda Vigraha, Brahma himself quoted, Isvara Paramakrishna, Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadir Adir Govinda, he said. So
Right.
there is no question of thinking anything, bro, in this. Krishna is the Father, Krishna is the Mother, Krishna is everything for us.
Tameva Mata Chapita Tameva Bandhusya Satatam.
Tameva Vidya, yeah.
Dravinam
Even Vidya, Dravinam Dravega. Those are also, it says.
Yes.
So we think that Vidya and Dravinam, money, is something else, but no,
Yeah.
that is also he.
Lakshmi.
Yeah. So there is no question of in this chapter to ask anything and doubt or anything. And
That's
thank
nice
you
of
very much.
That's you're a devotee, that's why you're accepting everything, but many people don't accept that. They challenge. So many people give like how can Krishna is the father? Krishna came like from Vasudeva and Devaki. He has a mother and father. How can he be a supreme personality of Godhead? So many people says that, but all the shastras undoubtedly in one voice says that Krishna is supreme personality of
Yeah,
Godhead.
that's true.
Yes. So it's like, yes, we are a devotee, we accept, but there are many people who challenge that thing. So for that, here, demigods, this is a proof that demigods are saying that you are the Supreme Father. While people are worshipping demigod, they think that
That's true.
demigod is the powerful.
You're right.
Yeah, my Guru Maharaj always says that people are worshipping demigod, thinking that this demigod is maybe like supreme. This demigod may be supreme, but all these demigod they are saying Krishna, you are supreme.
Yeah.
So they don't listen to their own like deity what they're saying.
But thank you very much, Prabhu, for quoting all these slokas.
This
Yes.
is because this is tattva. Like here, we really cannot have our opinion. When we are explaining tattva, we have to basically go through the shastra, because shastra is our pramana. Without shastra, we cannot. We have no base. So Srila Prabhupada always says that Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is our supreme praman.
Yeah.
Everything what Srimad Bhagavatam says is the ultimate, and that's what we are quoting here, because Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than Krishna himself. When Krishna left this material world, with dharma and jnana, Krishna says that, well, this Srimad Bhagavatam, where you will find everything about dharma and jnana, and this is about the knowledge about Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is available in Srimad Bhagavatam for all of us.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mati. Thank you very much. Muktidatri Mata, you have something to share?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. It was very nice class. I just have one question, Prabhu. Like, the eightfold material elements So how situated in our body? Can you explain, Prabhu, that 8 things in our body?
Yeah, so this material, if you see, like we have this our body is made up of like different elements. Like we have our body have this earth element is there. Earth element means like this whatever we are basically like our body have like this blood and like bone and skin. All these things are basically earth element. And then we have air element. You like because we have 10 types of air in our body. So our air is needed like pranavayu. One of the main is pranavayu. The principle is pranavayu. And then we have apan, vayan, udan, saman, like that. And then there are 5 more. So these vayu, this air is basically in our body. Through vayu, our body actually function. The force is the vayu. And then we have water. Water is there in every cell in our body. There's a water content, right? And then this air stays in like ether, because air cannot remain like by itself. It has to remain in the ether or akash. So there is a akash or there is an ether element in our body. And then there is a fire. Our body has a temperature, our body has to remain in 98 98 degree. So in order for to 98-degree Fahrenheit, in order to keep it there, our body like has to be keep warm, right? So that the fire is there. Like fire is there in our stomach. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that I'm a fire in the stomach, Veshwanar. Similarly, there are the different ways that our body have fire, which basically maintains our temperature in our body. So these are the 5 elements which actually make our body. And then our mind, intelligent, false ego. These are 3 elements which are our subtle body, which we cannot really see by our eyes, but we can see that we have a mind and we have like intelligence, and we have this false ego is that we identify ourselves as a body. That element is also there, which basically imposes on our consciousness. So that is also there. So these elements actually made our body. And then we have other like senses, like we have like knowledge acquiring senses, and then we have this working senses. These are also like part of this body. Ultimately these elements actually part of this material nature, and they actually given to us when we get this body from our mother.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Do you know where can I read these those things, like whatever you said?
It's there like we are going to see now. Right now this is coming in the part of creation, like all these elements created one by one, and these all elements like Lord Brahma used to create the body. So it should be coming in the Srimad Bhagavatam here.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Sure,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And even in normal science, like anybody who's a biology student, like human science, they can easily understand that how these cells are created, and these like bodies are created, what content, how our DNA and this the different cells are made up of, what the content is, and we can easily understand from biology perspective also. These elements are there. All right. Any other question, comments anyone
Hare
have?
Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Brajesh Govinda Das.
Oh, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
How are you?
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, I have one question. I'm sorry, I'm just little bit. I
No
just
problem.
need to be update
Sure.
for this. You told me like this. This is already Prabhupada already told, but I just want to, might be you can explain more and more about this. I understand might be clearly about this creation, especially for the material creation.
Mhm.
That you told me the Saibo, just show, I mean the Durga Devi there was the material. She's this like what is the sloka? I forget this.
सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलयसाधन
Oh yeah,
शक्ति
Prabhu, yeah.
रेखा छाये वयस्य भुवनानि विवर्ति दुर्गा. Yes.
Exactly, yes, Prabhu. Srishti Siddhi Pralaya Shadika Sadhanaka, yes. Then if it is like the Durga Devi is, she's creating the material world. Then but we already read that another one, like Brahma is a Srishtikarta, like he's the creation.
Mm.
And Brahma and Vishnu is the like is a,
Maintain.
and also the Shiva.
Yes.
But what is the difference between these two? Can you please tell me?
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, very, very good question. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 10 subjects matters. We need to understand. Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshnamutiya manvantari shanugata nirodha
Yes.
mukti ashriya. So Srimad Bhagavatam explains these 10 subject matter. First is the creation, which is
Mm-hmm.
called primary creation, sarga.
Okay.
Sarga is a primary creation where before even this material world get created, before in the material world get created, all the elements came from body of Mahavishnu. When
Correct.
Mahavishnu breathe out, all these universes comes out, right?
Yes.
So, and when Mahavishnu glances over the material nature, the material nature get impregnated. So what Lord Brahma is saying, सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलसादन शक्ति रेखा छाएव यस्य भुवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा. So Srishti means when this their Srishti is two part. One is the first part is that Lord Sarga means from the body of Mahavishnu, all
Mm-hmm.
these elements and all this living entity comes out, right?
Correct.
That's primary creation. That's done by Krishna.
Correct.
And then Visarga, which is secondary creation done by Lord Brahma.
Yes. Yes.
But when we say that Srishti, Sthiti, Palashad and Shakti Rekha, means the external energy of Krishna provides the element to Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma is like a potter, when you get mud, and then potter shape the things, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So the mud is provided by the material nature, and the potter is like Lord Brahma.
Ah, okay.
So
Okay.
they do a combination. It's not that material energy alone cannot do the work. Material
Mm-hmm.
energy supports, but Lord Brahma give the shapes.
Okay. Okay.
And then Lord Vishnu is the Mayapati. So material energy is basically like provides the, like say when Lord Vishnu says maintain, we have to maintain. So Lord Vishnu gives order and material energy executes. Uh, material energy prakriti kriyamani gune karmani sarvasha ankar vinatva karta itari manyate. 3.27 say when say suppose you desire something and you suppose you want to eat rasgulla, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you desire, you want to eat Rasgulla, so Paramatma in your heart, so you have a desire in your heart that I want to eat Rasgulla today. So Paramatma in your heart will approve your thing. Okay, like let me approve that you will get Rasgulla too. So when Paramatma approves, material nature facilitate the things. Material nature will basically provide the milk and the fire and all those kind of things to cook. So all three work together. So Krishna as a Paramatma is maintainer also, and material nature is providing the ingredients. So they are that's why it says that even this Srishti Sthiti Palashada. So material nature is supporting in three form to these three deities. Similarly, when Lord Shiva about to like creates, then material nature supports whatever the action like work in conjunction, like what Lord Shiva does. So as we say, like Vishnu has Lakshmi, Shiva has Parvati, similar Lord Brahma as his wife. So these three like maintain these three forms are basically are the forms of material nature, and then they supports in their activities. They work in conjunction. It's not that like only material nature is working. Brahma is basically like is in a household life, and husband and wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
Husband does some work and wife does some work. That's why the home the work get when accomplished, right?
Correct.
Similarly, this srishti creation, maintenance, destruction is also cooperation of like Brahma and material nature, and then Vishnu and the material nature, and then Shiva and the material nature. So the material nature energy provides support to all three deities, and that's why these three functions got performed.
Okay. Yeah, Brahma, I understand clearly, but the Shiva and the Vishnu is already the form of the Krishna also.
Yes,
Then
yes.
I'm not sure like the, but the first thing is you are talking about this very nice, like the I can say the supreme creator is Krishna, and then come to the like the Durga Devi, and then it's come to the Brahma. It's like in the third one, it might be the Brahma. But how is like the Shiva is already the husband of the Durga Devi? Then how he is the like under of this working this Durga Devi? This is also I'm not sure.
No,
And
no,
the
no.
vision.
He's not working under.
Okay.
You know, not see, like when this Durga Devi, she is the superintendent deity of the material elements. Material elements, so she is the superintendent deities.
Okay.
She is like maintaining the stuff. When Lord Shiva comes, so it's not that Lord Shiva is working under Durga. Lord Shiva
Okay.
is the owner. So like in a home, the husband is the owner, wife is the supporter, right?
Correct.
So Durga Devi is there, but Lord Shiva is, as you said, like Lord Shiva is like a yogurt, like Krishna is a milk, and then Lord Shiva
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
yogurt. So Lord Shiva is not really saying that, well, I'm going to work under Durga. Like Lord Shiva is coming there, and Lord Shiva is oversee the process of destruction. He
Okay.
oversee and then he executes, right? See, like when a husband is sitting in the house, the wife is working, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or sometime like if needed, husband also comes and take care of the work, right? Similarly, Lord Shiva is there and he is in charge of the mode of ignorance and he is in charge of the destruction, and material energy works under his control. Like Durga Devi works under his control. Whatever he says, that he works accordingly. It's not that Durga Devi. It's not that Durga Devi came first or second. It's not that order. Order is not important because Lord Shiva is eternally existing. Lord Shiva is also not that Lord Shiva is basically created. Lord Shiva takes incarnation. Lord Shiva is already there in the spiritual world, Sadashiv. When he
Mm-hmm.
comes to the material world, he takes the form of Lord Shiva and then he basically take care of that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
It's not that like first the Mother Nature came like Durga Devi and then the Lord Shiva comes, so Lord Shiva work under Durga Devi. It's not like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
say Krishna takes incarnation Dwapar Yuga. So that does not mean that like okay, world was already there, so that Krishna is coming under someone. So when Lord Shiva takes incarnation here, and then he basically take part of that particular activity, which is called the destruction activity. But Mother Nature actually provides all the elements and everything, and then Lord Shiva execute that function.
Okay, bro. Thank you for your explanation. Thank you for wonderful class. Thank you. Hare Krishna, bro. Dandavat.
Hare Krishna. Any other question, comments anyone have? All right, if there is nothing is there, so thank you all for joining today morning for Srimad Bhagavatam. So Hare Krishna, thank you very much. So we'll end now. Vancha kalpatarubhishya kripa.
Parijalan kavali bhavashna
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्री
Yeah.
प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय।